I didn't need any more proof, but Trump admits he plans to become a dictator or an authoritarian or an autocrat. He also admits he will establish a white, Christian, nationalist, fascist nation. Stay with me, and I'll explain what I mean. Hello, everybody. I am attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers. Each and every week, we bring you at least one legal analysis of some trending story regarding politics, policies, personalities, or pop culture to empower you with the information you need to defy this unjust legal system and to nullify systemic racism. If that interests you, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell so you'll get notification every time we upload one of these powerful and informative videos. Listen, please go to Amazon and get a copy of my book, Education and Justice, so that you will be informed and empowered to help your African-American son matriculate through his public school system. Also, if he's not reading on grade level, register him in our BARS program. It's a summer reading program where we try to help your son increase his reading level. Hey everyone, I am attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers. Recently, I took a look at our analytics and I noticed something shocking. Many of you watch our videos and I believe you enjoy them, but you haven't subscribed yet. What are you waiting for? Again, I was shocked because I know our content is empowering and informative. Plus, our 2024 goal is to have 150,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Please help us by hitting that subscribe button, especially you young folks. We particularly want to increase our number of young subscribers. Thanks for all your continued support. We appreciate it very much. I am telling you, I knew this already. I knew what Trump was planning. I have done multiple videos. I have tried to warn our nation, but he finally puts it on the record. So what I want to do is go straight to this turning point event video where Trump makes some very troubling remarks.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
So there it is. Trump admits it. He tells an audience of white Christian nationalists, get me back in office, and I will fix things where you will never have to vote again. Things will be fixed, you will be protected, and white folks will be in dominance forever. That's what he promises them. Again, I have made multiple videos warning America this was Trump's intention. But it's not Trump's intention alone. He's conspiring with white Christian nationalists. Liz Cheney, a white conservative, also warned us about Trump and MAGA. Let's go to a video that she made.
Cheney's book also details the groundwork laid by Trump's allies in the weeks leading up to January 6th. In the book, you spend a fair amount of time on a previously relatively obscure Louisiana congressman.
This is Mike Johnson. You know, Mike and I were good friends, but what I learned was that, in fact, he was operating in a way that was dangerous.
Why dangerous?
It was dangerous because what Mike was doing was taking steps that he knew to be wrong, doing things that he knew to have no basis in fact or law or the Constitution. And Mike was willing, time and again, to ignore the rulings of the courts, to ignore what state and federal courts had done and said about the elections in these states in order to attempt to do Donald Trump's bidding.
So he was asserting not only facts for which he had no evidence, but which the courts had already ruled had no merit.
Right, exactly.
We asked Speaker Mike Johnson for comment. His office tells Sunday Morning Cheney's book does not present an accurate portrayal of those events, and that he wishes her the best. In that book, Cheney itemizes each turn with Johnson before January 6th. A lot of attention for a name she expected few of her readers to know, but she felt Johnson's sleight of hand was emblematic of Republicans who don't just go along with Trump's deceptions, but boost them. She had no idea she was writing about a future speaker. The Speaker of the House is a collaborator to overthrow the last election.
Absolutely.
What happens if Mike Johnson's the Speaker on the 6th of January, 2025?
He can't be. We're facing a situation with respect to the 2024 election where it's an existential crisis, and we have to ensure that we don't have a situation where an election that might be thrown into the House of Representatives is overseen by a Republican majority.
So you would prefer a Democratic majority?
I believe very strongly in those principles and ideals that have defined the Republican Party. But the Republican Party of today has made a choice, and they haven't chosen the Constitution. And so I do think it presents a threat if the Republicans are in the majority in January 2025.
It's a threat Cheney hopes she can be clear enough about to break through the political numbness. You say Donald Trump, if he is reelected, it will be the end of the republic. What do you mean?
He's told us what he will do. People who say, well, if he's elected, it's not that dangerous because we have all of these checks and balances, don't fully understand the extent to which the Republicans in Congress today have been co-opted. One of the things that we see happening today is a sort of a sleepwalking into dictatorship in the United States.
Donald Trump a fascist?
I think that he certainly is employing fascist techniques. I think that the tools that he's using are tools that we've seen used by authoritarians, fascists, tyrants around the world. The things that he has said and done in some ways are so outrageous that we have become numb to them. What I believe is the cause of our time is that we not become numb, that we understand the warning signs, that we understand the danger, and that we ignore partisan politics to stop him.
Now, do you realize that is Liz Cheney, the daughter of Dick Cheney, who was vice president under George Bush? Very conservative people. And yet she is warning us about the Speaker of the House, who is a white Christian nationalist. And she's telling us, so long as he is in office and Trump gets reelected, there will not be a democracy. She is warning us about that. And she's doing that at great risk for herself. In fact, Trump floated recently the ideal of trying her in front of a military tribunal on television. Listen, people, these are very serious times that we live in. And I want to just let you know, I'm a Christian. And what white Christian nationalism practices is not true Christianity. It's a perverted version of Christianity where Christianity is whitewashed and white America is presented as God's chosen people. In fact, the purpose of this fascist MAGA movement is to protect white male hegemony. You got to be clear about that. This movement also suspends the Constitution, not defends it. Therefore, the safeguards in the Constitution will mean nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Therefore, civil rights will mean nothing. African Americans will lose all the rights that we have fought for so hard to obtain and to retain. And what's inexplicable is a growing number of blacks support Trump. They will regret it if Trump is reelected. I mean, they will deeply regret it. Furthermore, Trump will not leave office. He'll probably impose martial law, suspend elections, and declare himself president for life. No one will be able to stop him because SCOTUS, who's part of this conspiracy apparently, has granted Trump absolute immunity. Project 2025 is his strategic plan. Along with the Chevron case, it allows Trump to do exactly what he needs to do to weaken our country, to transform it into an autocratic fascist nation. The fact that half the country is part of this Trump MAGA cult and is willing to follow Trump in this fascist direction tells us one thing: America has already fallen as we know it. These are very, 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 very serious days. I got to keep telling you that because apparently a lot of people are in a stupor or asleep. They don't see what's happening. You could say that they're sleepwalking. And why is this happening? One word: fear. White fear. I would also say white first. Not country first, white first. And fear of losing white dominance. Now, to read more on white fear, Roland Martin got a book out that's entitled White Fear. And I'll be releasing a book soon entitled White First. So, we got to do everything we can to keep Donald Trump from getting reelected by voting, 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 and then taking 10 people with us to the polls to vote. Isn't it ironic that it have been black people who have tried to hold Trump accountable? People like Alvin Bragg, Fonnie Willis, Letitia James, Judge Chutkan, right? And now Kamala Harris is the only solution that we have. Another African-American person. She is the only solution that we have to save our democracy. Because if Trump wins, he's already told us, he said it in that video, he says to white Christian nationalists, just go out and vote and you won't have to vote again because things will be fixed. Things will be fixed. So, if you haven't heard me in the past, I hope you hear me now. I am Attorney Augustus Corbett, one half of the Defiant Lawyers, and this is the type of content we bring you because we love our people and we love our country. Peace.